Hello everybody, G-Bear here, homesteading the desert. Here we are on Sunday, June 14th I think it is. And you're looking at one of the buckets here, and you see my hole saw on my drill, and that's the hole I made. And that's how they will be done. There also will be a hole that size drilled into the cover right about here where the plant will sit. Each bucket will have its own plant. So I promised I would show you this. It'll be a short video tonight because I didn't get a lot done today. I actually took Sunday as a day of rest, and I did exactly that. I did a few chores here and there. I went over and took care of the chickens. As you can see them, they're over there. Let me zoom in on them. I got one getting ready to go in. And yeah, there's more fresh eggs in the nest. So they're happy. I have some whole kernel corn. It's dry corn that I bought in a sack as a treat for them. And they eat it. But I tried something new today, and I just put it in some water and brought the water up to a boil, put a cover on it, and I'll let it sit all morning. And then in the afternoon, I brought that soaked corn over and I put it into their trays, and oh my God, did they love that. They just kept on pecking away at that, and they thought it was the greatest thing ever. All right, let's get back over here. I started working on putting in the buckets, but the wind came up a little bit. Not bad, about 14 miles an hour. But it was enough to blow these things over. You can see the grow basket sticking through the bottom with the weed cloth wrapped around it, and you see all this extra weed cloth in here. Well, that's to help with the wicking. Now what this does is, let me get down here and show you, is that sits right down inside of there like that. And then I will spread this cloth back and fill that up with soil so that I can plant my plant in there. And the cloth actually helps wick the water up into the soil and keeps the soil damp and wet as the plant needs it, without allowing the roots to go down into my chamber down there. Now, I was going to turn the water on today and show you how it flooded down there, but I don't want to do that, because if I do, with all of these open, I'm going to evaporate water. And as we all know, in the desert, water is a precious commodity. Did I say that right? Precious commodity. Anyway, the thing is that I don't want to waste any water. I've got plenty of buckets here. I've got plenty of water up in my tank. I'll be bringing down a 55-gallon drum from up there beside the water tank that's no longer used. That's where the old orchard used to be, that the Mojave Desert ground squirrels destroyed on me. And that barrel is 3/4 full. So I've got to transfer that water into something else, bring the barrel down here, and I'm going to have another raised pallet like I did there. And you see my blue milk crate. That's works out great for putting the watering cans on there, for filling those up to do intricate watering. But I'm going to be doing another one of these pallets with the 4x4 legs and the diagonal supports to keep it from collapsing. And I'm going to have that right here with a 55-gallon drum on it. And then the 55-gallon drum will have my drip sprinklers that will go to all my plants out here and all my trees. And then I have to order, I've got the 12-volt timers already, but I have to order a 12-volt ball valve actuator. And it comes with 1/2-inch threaded fittings on a ball valve, and it's got a little electronic motor on it that goes to 12 volt. And then I can put a couple of solar panels out here and one battery so that it works at night, and it'll water my plants automatically. So if I have to take off and go do some earnings for the earnings, my plants still get water and I don't have to worry about it. But look how happy my trees are. Oh my God, they're loving it here. And the shade cloth was a must. I noticed that the leaves were drying, But as soon as I put the shade cloth on there, they got happy and they really started to green up. And I'm starting to get a lot of, even my Bartlett pear there, I've got buds and flowers and I've got fruits set on it already. And I just moved those up here a couple of days ago. Oh my God, did they love this heat. My plum is really looking happy. I only got 3 plums on it. That's probably all I'm going to see for the year. But it's even got fresh sprouts coming out the bottom of the trunk down there. So, hey, happy, happy. Everything's looking good in here. I picked my last tomato tonight because I was making beef stew, and I actually needed 3 tomatoes. But I did it in the crock pot. I put the 1 tomato in there, and it actually came out pretty good. I mean, good old-fashioned beef stew, all natural ingredients, no powdered stuff, no added flour or anything like that, just all natural vegetables and the beef. And I used London broil cut into 3/4-inch cubes, and I cooked it all day from 11 o'clock this morning until 7 o'clock tonight, where I actually sat down and ate it. And the beef was melt in your mouth tender. So happy, happy. I wanted to get this done, so it's done. I don't think there's any. Oh yeah, I did do a little work inside the container today. I ran my 100-foot extension cord up from the electric room over there, and I had fans running in there. But it started off as a really nice day, and it was supposed to be cool today up here. And a friend of mine also said that they're talking about heavy wind gusts up here. Well, we don't have any heavy wind gusts. You can see the turbine just barely turning. The flag is fluttering in the wind, just doing its thing. Never did get heavy winds, but it did get hot. And it was still a dry heat, but there was no wind at all before the sunset here. All day long, it was totally stagnant. So without that little breeze and that natural air conditioning, it was kind of hot. So I took a day of rest. I relaxed on the porch. I watched a couple of movies on TV. And the antenna seems to be working pretty good, but it still cuts in and out. I've got to change that balun up there. It keeps telling me, the TV keeps popping off and telling me to check the cable connection. Well, I replaced all the connections on the cable all the way down to the TV. So the only thing it can be is the balun. So I'm going to be changing. And one thing I have to mention is when I got up there and I disconnected the wire from the balun, when I was retightening it, I noticed that the male end on the balun that the wire screws onto was actually loose inside the balun, and it was flexing back and forth. So I think there's a bad connection there. I will pick up a new balun and get that corrected. Priorities first. TV is not a priority. Today I enjoyed watching some movies. I'm going to go in and turn the news on and make sure that the rest of you are still out there subscribing and giving me a thumbs up down there right below the video. Make sure you give me that thumbs up and make sure you comment all the way at the bottom. I appreciate your how should I put this? I really love you guys, and I love you as subscribers, and I love your comments, and I love answering your comments. So give me some more. By the way, real quick, look at that smog out there where the city folk have to live. Look at the smog here. Isn't that beautiful? No smog. Fresh, clean air. But they can have that. I'll take this any day. That's Barstow over that way. And they got those nice purple clouds hanging in. Oh yeah. The girl's getting ready to go up. I'm getting ready to go in, have a cold beer. G Bear signing off. Talk to you all soon.